Stop for a moment, young explorer, and close your eyes. Now tell me, are you absolutely certain that when you open them, you'll see everything that surrounds you? Well, I am Professor Zapnik, and I'm here to tell you, the world is full of secret colors, hidden signals, and invisible patterns. Not because they are hiding from us, but because not everyone was granted the same vision. Let's start with you, the human. You might think seeing is just looking, but it actually works on 3 levels simultaneously. First, your eyes detect light and color. Then, your brain recognizes shapes and motion. Finally, it interprets what you see. It decides what is important, what is dangerous, and what can be safely ignored. This is why 2 people can look at the exact same thing and notice entirely different details. From a biological perspective, you are a trichromatic being. This means you have 3 types of color-detecting receptors, called cones, working in your eyes, allowing you to see shades of red, green, and blue. This was a massive advantage for our ancestors when they had to find ripe fruit among the green leaves. But even so, you don't see all the world's secrets. If a dog were standing next to you right now, they would tell a very different story. Dogs are dichromats. They only perceive 2 color ranges, so red and green blur together for them. Their world is mostly shades of blue and yellow, like a faded vintage photograph. However, when you turn off the lights at night and start stumbling around, the dog still moves with total confidence. A reflective layer in their eyes, the tapetum lucidum, helps them collect even the tiniest crumbs of light. Meanwhile, a bee buzzes over the meadow, and if it could speak, it would likely say, "This place is full of signposts." Bees can perceive ultraviolet, UV light, which the human eye is incapable of capturing. For them, flowers are covered in UV patterns, landing strips that show exactly where the nectar is hidden. Furthermore, a bee's eye is compound, made of thousands of tiny lenses. It doesn't provide a razor-sharp image, but it reacts incredibly fast to movement. As the sun sets, new sensory tricks come into play. Snakes, such as pit vipers, don't look for colors, they look for heat. Using specialized pit organs, they detect infrared radiation, and their brains use this to map out where prey is moving. For them, the night isn't dark. It's filled with pulsating heat signals. It's as if they have a built-in thermal camera. High above your head, an eagle circles. Its eye works like a permanent magnifying glass. The sensory cells on its retina are much more densely packed, allowing it to see 4 to 5 times more detail than you can. It can spot the tiniest twitch in the grass from a distance that we would need binoculars to see. And when you go home in the evening, your cat stares strangely into a dark corner. You see nothing there, but they do. A cat's eyes are adapted for low light and lightning-fast motion, making them true masters of the twilight. If we dive deep into the ocean in our imagination, the world of sharks unfolds. There is hardly any light there, yet they navigate perfectly. They are masters of electroreception. They detect the tiny electrical signals generated by the muscles of living creatures through pores on their heads, known as the ampullae lorenzini. This allows them to see prey even if it's lying perfectly still under the sand. And now for a special scientific curiosity. The human eye doesn't transmit every single detail of the world to the brain. The brain filters. It simply leaves out or fills in what it doesn't deem vital for survival. This is why something can be right in front of us, yet we don't notice it. Your brain simply decided it wasn't relevant information. By now, you might grasp the big lesson. Vision is always shaped by environment and necessity. Daylight requires sharp focus. The night requires sensitivity. A flowery meadow needs UV vision. The dark sea needs electrical sensing. Evolution doesn't aim to create the most beautiful picture, but the tool that best helps an organism survive. Think about it. If you had all the senses of every animal at once, you'd probably go mad from the information overload. It would be like watching 1,000 TV channels while listening to the radio and browsing a thermal map all at the same time. The greatest genius of evolution isn't just what it shows us, but also what it hides. It gives us a precisely tuned pair of glasses to succeed in our own environment, while leaving other creatures their own secret realities. This is the true art of biology, selective perception. But remember, discovery begins where the boundaries of our eyes end. Stay curious, and never believe that only what you can see exists. Professor Zapnik is turning off the lights for today. At least the ones you can see. I'm putting on my UV goggles now because I heard the ants in the kitchen are following a secret ultraviolet map to raid the jam jar. If I don't come back, you'll know why. I got lost between the spectrums. Goodbye for now.